Hello, Facebook pals. Welcome back for another 4 or 5 minutes of fun and magic. I was trying to think of something that was a bit more interactive for you guys. Now, clearly this isn't live, but something that you could at least lean forward whenever you watch it and kind of try and participate and follow along and get involved with a little bit. And I think what we've got coming up is a good example of that. I've talked before about how magic has a huge amount of overlap with the sort of darker, murky world of kind of trickery, cheating, con artistry. You know, in the 1800s, if you met a magician like me, they'd probably rock up at an 1800 like fairground, and they'd have maybe like a little pea and 3 walnuts, and they'd kind of mix the walnuts up, and you had to bet and guess where the pea was, and they were cheating you, right? There was no way you could ever win, and they were just taking innocent people's money. They were sometimes, you know, a dodgy bunch. But that's not the case, certainly anymore. We're all legit and above board. But I thought I'd show you one of the most famous examples of that kind of gambling con, which is called the 3-card trick, or the 3-card Monte, as it's also sometimes known. There's some famous versions of this. One is called Chase the Ace. You may have heard of Find the Lady. But the game is always the same. You have 2 or 3 cards that are identical. They're the distraction cards. And you have one odd card out. So in the instance of Find the Lady, it's a queen. As the operator, me kind of mixes the cards up. You have to follow the queen to win money, right? So let's play a game with you guys at home. The European version used 4 cards, which is what I have. The American shortened it to 3. But we're going to start with 4. They're quite big cards. They're based on a set from Hungary. Do not bet on these cards. These are the distraction cards. The queen is in here. I'll show you right now, in fact. So there's no funny business. There she is. She really does stick out. She's bright, vivid, you can't miss her. And this is the queen you need to follow. And if you can follow the queen, then you're gonna win big. So get your money out at home, get your PayPal ready to send me some cash, or just pay for free, whatever. But look, I'll leave the queen sticking out. And you know what? I'll even get rid of one of the cards for now. So we're playing a 3-card version, 3-card Monte. It's like the American style. All you have to do is follow the queen. She's in the middle. Don't be distracted by the distraction cards. Just follow the queen that she's sticking out. And look, the first thing I'm going to do is give them a very simple mix. I'm just going to reverse the order of them. The queen is still sticking out. I'll push her in. You just have to guess, where would you say the queen is? Top, middle, or bottom? Let's see how you did. Make your bets now. Let's have a look. If you'd have said top, I'm afraid to say you would have lost 10 quid or whatever it was you just bet with me, because the queen is not on top. Now maybe you said the bottom. Well, again, you would have lost £10, I'm afraid. She's not on the bottom. Most people bet the middle because she was sticking out. She didn't seem to change position. If you'd have said that, then you also would have lost £10 because the queen is not there either. The queen is right up here, has been for some time. And that brings me to the first 2 rules of Find the Lady Club. First rule, nobody talks about Find the Lady Club, obviously. Except this, right here in the video, but aside from that, no one talks about Find the Lady Club. Second rule is the queen is always in the opposite place to where you expect. So let me show you what I mean. The queen is on top, right? So if I just reverse the order of the cards, logically, the queen must go to the bottom, you'd think. But don't forget, she's always in the opposite place to where you expect. So actually, she's still on top. Kind of doesn't make sense, but kind of makes sense, right? Once you know the rule. She's just always in the opposite place to where you expect, because I cheat. Look, there's the queen. Couldn't be fairer that she really does go on the bottom of those cards, right? No, wrong. Don't forget the rule. She's on top. She's always in the opposite place to where you expect. Look, check this out. We'll take the queen and we'll put her away just to give you guys a chance to let me at least turn her around, just to let you calibrate a little bit. And with these 3 cards are distraction cards. You can't bet on yet because there's no opportunity to win money because they're just our distraction cards. It's not until I bring the queen back into the game and watch where she goes, definitely down on the table, all of the rest of the cards go on top. Surely she must truly be on the bottom. But hopefully at home you guys have all remembered the rule, which means of course that she's on top. Makes sense, right? You guys can definitely go out into the world and win big now with this game. Look, if we take the queen and I put her on my name, well, of course, you know, if that's where you think she is, she definitely can't be there anymore, right? Because she's always in the opposite place to wherever I say. Don't forget. I tell you what, look, one last chance to get you guys at home to join in and bet. At the moment, you've got a 33% chance of guessing where the queen is. So the odds are in my favor. House always wins. What about if I switch things up? What about if you just have to find one of the other 2 distraction cards? That's all you've got to do. Suddenly, the odds go to 66% in your favour. I'm now telling you, don't find the queen. Don't find the queen and you're going to win big. What would you bet? 50 quid? 100 quid? Get on those PayPal guys. Send me that cash. No, don't. But let's see what you would have guessed anyway. Make your bets. Where would you say any one of these cards is? If you'd have said over here, then you would have lost, because that's the queen. You're not supposed to be finding the queen. So I guess either of these would have been the winner, right? Well, actually, no, if you'd have bet over here, that also would have been a queen. And then if you bet right here on the middle, that also would have been a queen. I guess the best thing to say really is, if you're ever going to see people play this game with a scallywag or a scoundrel like me, then for the love of God, don't bet on it, because they're going to cheat you. Let the other suckers lose their money and you could just watch and have a free show. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope that was interactive. You guys kind of played along a little bit. And yeah, I'll see you again sometime for some more magic. Ta-ra!